Hi! Today we're going to build a project management infrastructure on Notion for BIT Project. BIT Project is a global student-run nonprofit organization that is dedicated to making technical education accessible to all. The Serverless Camp is a project that is currently in progress and will be launched in a week, and today we will be using it as a template for our future projects. At the very top of this page, you can see that this project is a part of the organization guide, which is the base of how we manage and document all of the work we do here, including tasks, projects, and meeting notes. Comment below if you want to see an overview of the organization guide and how it works. Let's start by taking a look at how we manage the serverless camp so that we can decide which aspects of it can be duplicated for future projects. This project has been broken down into different components that are defined and documented within guides. Each guide is its own individual page. At the very top, we have the preparations component that, as you can probably guess, holds information about what we need to do to prepare for the launch of the serverless camp. This includes our complete schedule, design and marketing plans, and communications plans. Below, you can see 3 different components related to what happens in this project once it is launched. These components and guides can't be duplicated since each project will look starkly different once it's launched. Below the guides, we have defined our goals that communicate how to determine if this project successfully contributes to our values and vision. At the bottom of the page, we can see all lists of OKRs, meeting notes, and tasks related to the project itself. These are all linked to the organization guide since that is where we store information needed to build these lists. Our directors recently had a meeting that defined the 7-step process of developing a project for our team. These 7 steps include 1. Completing a project proposal template. 2. Conducting an async review. 3. Reviewing the project proposal in a directors meeting. 4. Having a review cycle until the proposal is approved. 5. Implementing the project. 6. Evaluating the project. And 7. Consistently monitoring the quality and impact of the project. Now, we can take our serverless camp project example and the list of steps to develop a project and consolidate all of this information into one project template. Anytime a new project is thought of and proposed, members of our organization should be able to create a new page in the organization guide, select a new project template, and know exactly what is expected of them to successfully propose and execute their ideas. Notion allows us to create templates in any database. We will first begin with creating a new template in the organization guide and call it New Project. Upon creation, we already know that this is a project in the to-do state, so we will add those 2 tags. Next, we can copy the 7 steps and start converting them from notes into actionable items. We will create a new page for the project proposal, which will make it easier to share with others on the team and refer back to later. Now we will convert the notes into prompts. For every project, we need to identify the problem and how this project aims to tackle it. Motivation helps the team understand why this person proposing considers the problem to be important enough to solve with this specific method. All proposals require some explanation on how the solution contributes to BIT Project's vision and short-term and long-term values. Most, if not all, projects are collaborative, and so we would need to know everyone involved and how they would contribute to the project. Other important prompts include resources needed to complete the project, details on the audience that the project aims to support, the timeline with key deliverables, and last but not least, OKRs that define and measure success. The remaining steps in the process of developing the project can be placed below the proposal as next steps so that everyone knows how to move towards and plan for the future of this project. Here, we are converting the steps into checkboxes and clarifying some of the points. Now that the proposal template is complete, we can organize the rest of the page. We will have guides at the top, goals in the middle, and lists at the bottom. The pre-launch briefing is a meeting that takes place, as you may have guessed, right before the launch of the project, typically 1 to 2 weeks before. The goals of this meeting are as follows: to ensure that everyone is on the same page, to ensure all plans are set and in motion, to discuss final changes that need to be made, to prepare for anything that can go wrong, and to document the status of every single aspect of the project for future reference. Now we're adding pages for the remaining guides, including the schedule and the retrospective. We can assign emojis to each page to help set them apart. Since the guides for marketing and sponsorships will likely vary depending on the project, we're going to add them as checkboxes, but these can be converted to pages in the future. Within marketing, some guides to consider are design, swag, community development, and the newsletter. Within sponsorships, we should consider what resources are needed and what we can offer to potential partners. Here, we're adding one more guide that would be valuable for all projects, called Feedback Collection and Implementation, and editing the schedule guide to include events. Lastly, we just need to add lists for the OKRs, meeting notes, and tasks. These are all linked to the organization guide and filtered to display the associated type of elements within the org guide. Once completed, we can quickly review this final template and try creating a new project with it. That's all for this video on how we use Notion for project management at BitProject. If you want more videos like this, please give this one a thumbs up and comment below on what you'd like to see. Thanks for watching. Bye!